Writing Prompts, WP. An orphan develops the habit of talking to the moon as if it were a parent, just telling it about their day, and occasionally announcing milestones in their life, like their admission to college and the like. Unbeknownst to them, the moon has been listening all along, and it's so very proud. The first time the moon heard a voice, it was Oliver, when he was a small 7-year-old kid. All alone in the crumbling orphanage's creaky attic, curled up by the dusty window, gazing at the moon. "Hey, Mom? Dad? Is anyone up there? I just want to say I got first prize for my school's art contest. Are you proud?" The moon listened, and she was proud. Alas, she could not hug him, acknowledge his words, for she was the moon in the sky, far away from the earth. So she did the only thing she could do: shine the reflected light of the sun into the window, at him, a gentle moonglow that bathed a small circle where Oliver sat. Unaware, he nodded off, only to be discovered in the dead of the night by a matron who scooped him off to bed. A matron who never once looked up to the sky to see the moon shining where Oliver once slept in the attic. The boy would come again the next night. He told the moon about the bullies at school, the books he loved, the way the rain smelled on the pavement. Some nights he cried, his voice small and broken. The moon ached to answer, to reach down with beams of silver light and cradle the boy in its glow, to provide comfort, the embrace of a proud parent. But she could only shine through the window of the attic, as she had always done when he spoke to her. All she could give to the one person who talked to her regularly, whose voice had somehow reached her when the billions of humans on the earth did not, was a small shine. Through his visits in the attic, the moon watched him grow. To a gangly teenager who held up a crumpled cert proudly, telling her that he won his high school's science fair. Of the curious contraption he built with scraps and broken pieces, mainly discarded by classmates who were well off. Classmates who wore brand new clothes, emblazoned with fancy names he didn't know. He had beaten all odds, beaten the expensive, shiny machines that rich, snobby bully at school had paid others to do. The moon swelled with pride, glowing a little brighter, bathing him in a soft light. The closest thing to a silent, distant embrace. On the day Oliver secured his admission to college and waving around his acceptance the letter, the moon was a full moon. On a night forecasted to be dark and cloudy, she was fully visible on a foggy night, bright and proud yet quiet. When he was too old to stay at the orphanage and moved to a university hostel, Oliver kept up his conversations. He didn't know why he did it, only that it brought him comfort, that he enjoyed sitting by the window, soaking in the moonlight. In his mind, he was talking to an invisible parent, far away in the night skies, watching over him from wherever wonderful people go when they die too early for their time. A part of him liked to imagine the moon could hear him. The rest of him couldn't have known she was always listening and always proud. Thanks for reading. If you enjoyed this, click here for more prompt responses and short stories written by me. https://www.reddit.com/r/trigonialrights/